Enter the Sol system and find the horrors within. 2025 is the 10th anniversary of Shadows over Sol, an award-winning sci-fi horror tabletop RPG where you and your team venture into the hungry void of outer space. You'll explore derelict spaceships, make deals with shady corporations, and try to survive the indescribable horrors encroaching on your every move. Enter an expansive world of mystery, intrigue, and horror in the Sol system, 400 years in the future, with detailed breakdowns of everything between Mercury and the Oort cloud, and in future updates, places as far away as the Alpha Centauri system. Explore game modes and modules with genres like survival, investigative, and action horror, and make use of rules like the Tree-Phase action system or the Dying Gasp death rules that let you keep fighting as your wounds increase and you struggle ever closer to your doom. With multiple GM options available, you'll never run out of ways to bring terror to your tables. And with over 50 modules, some of them as little as $1, the terror never ends as you sail through the vast loneliness of space with Shadows over Sol. Find out more at tabcreations.com and use the promo code POD20 to receive 20% off your entire purchase. That's Shadows over Sol at tabcreations.com with the promo code POD20. And remember, the universe is far too expansive for us to possibly be alone. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Dice or Roll, the Queerest Pathfinder Podcast on the planet, where I answer hard questions like, what type of fiend is it the biggest dick move to summon one of during a slumber party?
Oh.
So,
that's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, there are many different types of fiends in Pathfinder. Each of which has their own like little niche. Devils are all about like tempting mortals and like tricking them into being worse. Demons are all about embodying sin incarnate. Demons just want to fucking kill everyone. But there's like even more than that. I want to know, you're at a slumber party. Everyone else is like, having hot cocoa, talking about boys. What type of fiend do you summon that just fucking ruins everything?
I mean, okay. Well, okay. We have to put aside that it's a case-by-case basis because, some of each are probably pretty chill, and maybe they would want to join the slumber party. Maybe they want to paint their nails. Maybe they want to paint their horns with the girls.
I mean, maybe, but like...
But yeah, okay. Damon's, I feel like that's a pretty dick move because they would start killing.
I feel Damon's, they're not even going to have fun with it. They just want to kill you.
Yeah, Stacy's going to not reach her fucking soccer ball game the next day. And that is kind of definitely a dick move.
I think it would be a devil, something like a contract devil, because a sleepover is a lawless land.
You're right.
Okay.
And to control that is a crime, I think.
I just feel like a contract devil is bringing a bad vibe to the slumber party. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't know.
It's kind of like
Ritz,
bringing your boyfriend to the function.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, I feel like an imp would be a good choice.
Imp would be great.
Yeah, imp would be great. I'd have a lot of fun with an imp because their whole thing is to manipulate people into going to hell later, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like that's definitely like let's be bad. Let's be bad.
Like you summon an imp and like because they're so small and pathetic, you can kind of just clutch it like it's a Doritos bottle and just be like, look, I got an imp. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that also. Fun to catch. That could be a fun activity at the summer party.
You can throw it at the wall like a wet sponge.
Yeah.
Like the milk webkins.
Like,
Yeah,
okay.
you can pour milk into it, throw it at the
Jeez.
wall, and then suck the milk out after it's all the way down.
Absolutely terrible.
God.
Let's keep moving. I
Velstrak
feel
would be pretty bad.
Well,
Ooh.
no, because Velstrak.
Oh yeah,
it's-
you're right.
it's just
That would be
BDSM
like
freak.
makeover.
It's just a BDSM freak. We're having
Oh,
fun
jeez.
with the
No.
Velstrak.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's true actually.
So, a phasma daemon,
Oh
the
my
terror
god!
daemon. It's like the
Christ
it's like the
almighty.
movie equivalent of someone bringing a goddamn Ouija board.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, bring or any Zaccheus, honestly. Those guys literally
Yeah.
just Zaccheus just feed on fear. That's their whole thing.
Yeah,
You don't
Yeah.
want to bring one of them, you know? Bad
No.
vibe.
so it's the
Um,
beginning of one of those cheesy ass terror horror movies.
Exactly. I
I do start
feel
to sleep over.
I feel the Klipot, the primordial creatures that lived in the Outer Rifts before demons, like basically what demons were before human sin got involved. I feel those things are fucking terrifying because they're so alien and inhuman looking. Like, hey, we're all having fun at the slumber party until Jasmine here summoned the bleeding cyst monster, right? Like, Kelipots are just terrible to
Yeah.
look at.
God. Let's see. Just by the way, I don't think any of you are enjoying this as much as I am because I'm painting my nails right now, so I feel like I'm out of something.
You're at the slumber.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like it's just like a regular old devil would be really fucking horrible to have.
Here's the thing. I have a question that's maybe an interesting development of this one.
Mm-hmm.
Which one's the best to invite to the slumby?
God, who would be the best?
Is there one? Is there like a demon devil or anything that's about like lies and gossip?
At time of recording yesterday, and I'm pretty sure they added a new daemon. Which let me pull this up. Let me pull this dude up. The Bibliodaemon, which is a 4-armed weasel man, who dresses like a lawyer, complete with the powdered wig. They personify debt by paperwork and incompetent bureaucracy. I feel these guys are going to have so much gossip that they've like found and buried to make everyone's lives worse.
Oh yeah, honestly, yeah. If I invite Mary Beth to the fucking slumber party and she brings out one of those, I'm inviting her for the next one too.
You're like,
God.
dude, we got a corrupt politician. This is great.
Yeah. I love that.
I feel probably devils would have like something about gossip, surely.
Yeah, like I
It
just
might
think
be a
it
contract
depends.
devil.
The thing is that like I think like I don't know because I feel like it's not just lies. It's like the act of like spreading. I guess maybe, but it doesn't feel like the vibe that a contract devil would have.
It might wait, isn't there? Hold on, demons are all about sins, right? Surely there's a demon whose whole thing is gossip. Let me see. Gossip, demon, Pathfinder. Okay, hold on. So I didn't find a gossip demon,
Okay.
but I did find something that I was like, hell yeah, brother. If I was able to invite this to my slumby. His name is Sokot Benot. He is the brother of Nocticula, and I'm going to read out what he is, and you're gonna be
boy.
like, yeah, I want this dude at my slumby. Are you ready?
Mhm.
Okay.
He is the patron of hedonistic gratification.
Okay.
He is the Silken Sin and a demon lord of perversion.
Ooh.
If you are, because you're
Okay.
inviting him, you are specifically inviting him, right? It's not like he is, he's not showing up uninvited. You are calling upon him. This is that you're consenting, right? Soko Benot's appearance can shift to satisfy any particular desire. His true form is that of a slender, attractive elf with ebony eyes, long brown hair, elongated ears, and countless piercings.
Why is he
Interesting.
chill?
I like that he's chill.
Oh, it's because the reason he's chill is because Nocticula humiliated him one time,
That's
and he's never been able to live it down.
that's
Goddamn.
beautiful, actually.
That's so funny. Sorry, this was before Nocticula became a better person. It seems.
Okay.
But it low-key changed him for the better, so in the end...
In the end,
I want
doesn't
the
really matter.
demon god of his sacred colors are pink. Come on! I
That's
want him at the
pretty
Slumby.
All right, work.
Yeah, that's a good color for the Slumby.
I'm painting his nails. Would we like to have a Slumby in the dungeon again?
Can we have a
Fuck you.
Slumby in the Dumby?
Oh,
I thought
yeah.
we said we were
last-
never going to do that again.
Yeah, I feel like last time that happened, Silk tried to kill himself. So
Well, yeah, but don't let him ruin your fun.
okay.
Do I still have to go to cabin?
When we last left our adventurers in the Abomination vaults, Alrik, Silk, and Fiore explored the city of Ildaris, the home of the Aindalar elves. After doing a little bit of shopping and a little bit of exploring, they went past the city walls, deep into the hunting grounds. As you explore now, you see that this place is a massive sprawling cave full of patches of glowing fungus, a lake with islands within it, and several buildings, some of which are so tall that they connect from floor to ceiling. As you made your way out, you were set upon by several gorilla daemons. Terrible creatures which once may have been the souls of followers of Nimbalot. After you dispatched them, you continued making your way deeper into the level. And you now found yourself standing near a lodge deep under the Abomination vaults. What lies within? What secrets does it hide? And what is it that seems to be following you that you have yet to pay attention to? Everyone, would we like to... We want to hop in?
Like, don't leave this
Yeah.
hole.
I no longer want a Slumby.
I don't want a Slumby here.
Yeah.
Just my mind.
This place is not prime slumby material. Although, we're going to a lodge. Maybe they've got nice beds. Maybe they've got nail polish. Who knows?
And this where the professor is, being held captive.
It might be. It could be. Hey, that's something to bring up. I don't think you necessarily brought that up before. Why don't we discuss that? Everyone, let's get started. Silk, Fiore, and Alrik. The three of you make your way over the gravel paths that make up the floor of the hunting grounds. Distant sounds can be heard as you travel these lands. You hear the roar of distant monsters, the flapping of wings, water being disturbed in the distance by truly enormous creatures. You are approaching a lodge, a giant stone structure built very much in the style of outdated hunting lodges from Absalom. Maybe the ones that would have been in fashion 500 years ago. It has a mansard-style roof, which kind of combines several different angles of maybe 4 small buildings that have been grouped together into one large one. There are no windows. Not anywhere on this building are there any windows. Whatever it is within, it doesn't want to look outside. As you all approach, you are shuffling together. You know that you can't stay down here forever. You came down here relatively early, but to travel from the floor above to this floor took about 2 hours. And then you had to... you spent some time in Ildaris, which took more time, and now you're traveling again. You're all aware that soon Alric's curse may start trying to pull him away from here, so to speak. Now, obviously, all 3 of you are prepared for this. You all know what's happening. And Fiore does have a little charm for Alrik that he fashioned to keep Alrik safe. Ward to Sanctified, right?
I'm pretty sure that's what it was, yeah.
But you don't know what's going to happen when that happens. How are you all doing as you approach the Stone Lodge? And what do you make of this place and its purpose? Whatever that may be.
I can't say that Silk's still too happy about the fucking gorillas that they just had to fight. That was pretty sucks. Frankly, he hated it. I'd say that much. But I'll say that he is always nervous about how Alrik is doing. Hey, don't roll that.
I didn't roll anything.
What'd you do that for?
Bruh.
Keep going.
All right. Okay.
Bitch.
He's always nervous about how Alrik is doing. That's something that's always been a thing, but especially nowadays, knowing that his dear, sweet, lovely, beautiful, handsome Ricky is cursed, and he thinks that it's his fucking fault. It kind of is. That it's his fault. He is he's kind of helicopter boyfriending right now.
To be honest, I don't think Alrik is at all mad about that. I think he actually finds it a little comforting because, yeah, he's terrified too. He mentioned before about how for an hour in the dungeon, it's quite likely that he's just gonna be leaving Sylvie and Fiore, and he definitely doesn't want that to happen. So he's clutching the charm Fiore made, and also clutching the onyx gem that all three of them have, just as it. There's no functional rhyme or reason to it, not mechanically speaking, but for him, it's a comfort.
Comfort, right?
Yeah, he has to take it where you fucking get it.
Oh, my poor schmoopsy.
They're trying so hard not to think about the possibility of just snapping out of existence. They're more so just focused on the lodge and the thing that's in front of them physically right now of, we can get through this, possibly, hopefully. Isn't this where the fucking professor is being held? I don't know. Don't think about the space. Don't think about the realm. It's fine. It's fine. You can't even look at the sky here. It's fine. That's where Alrik is.
God.
And Fiore?
Boy, I hope my friends are gonna be okay. They both seem so stressed. Not that Fiore is not stressed about all this. He is, but he's not, like, in hell in the same way that the others seem to be. So he's just like, I really hope they'll be okay.
Yeah. clinging to Fiore for sanity right now.
Fiore literally just like, I'm here, whatever you need.
Well, what do you guys say as you start approaching this place?
God, I think that Silk actually genuinely is perturbed by the no windows thing. He's got his arms crossed, but sort of in the way that he's like more hugging himself. And he's like, I have quite the bad feeling about this lodge. I don't. Were there windows in Eldaris?
Yes, there were.
Okay, then yeah, that's fucking weird.
I don't like a building with no windows. I suppose there's not much of a reason to have them out here other than to look into the landscape, but you'd think at least some, right?
Yeah, unless it was like something carved into like solid rock or something. Like this is in an open space, just underground, so it is kind of weird that it's got no windows.
Even then, it's strange.
I mean, all it is bioluminescent mushrooms, so even if it's not much to look at, it's still something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the caligni hated light that much.
I don't like that we can't see into it before we enter.
Just think about it as another room in the dungeon. And I have my sword, and you guys have really kick-ass magic, and also a gun.
I have a gun.
Yes, that is true.
I don't think about it a lot, but it is crazy that you use a gun like a staff.
That's not so crazy.
I mean crazy in a
the-
good way. Like, I think it's awesome.
With the incredible marksmanship as well, like, I was in your body and tried to wield it myself. That is hard.
Stop. You're flustering me.
In a box, it's hard.
Yeah. Silk chooses not to comment on that, but he thinks it would be funny too. He thinks about it. He's not gonna torture Alrik like that.
Alrik is a very he's a very simple man with a bow and arrow.
Didn't I make a comment about that last episode?
You did.
About Alrik, about how Alrik should be used to it by now. Pretty good.
Alrik, in his mind, thinks it's a completely different skill set. He doesn't think about it too hard. The bow and arrow is a simple comfort for him. The gun is
different skill set is nuts. Oh my god.
He doesn't have to think about the reload kick, or he doesn't have to think about the bullet kick.
Okay.
Fiore looks to the others like, are you guys ready? I'm gonna open the door. I will kill anything that tries to hurt us. I promise.
Oh, well, are you sure you don't want to compliment me more?
You know, I hadn't thought about that.
Oh, you should.
I'll do it
He
in the
flips
next
his hair.
room.
You promise?
Yes, I promise.
Okay. Sick. Go on.
Fiore goes to open the door.
Make me a reflex save.
Oh man.
Oh, actually, Silk, I also need you to make this reflex save.
This
because you're
guy.
standing
Fuck you.
directly behind Fiore.
Shit.
Is there can Alrik react to this?
I don't think
Oh,
so.
fuck.
Shit. Okay.
Because of how... Okay, it's fine. You both succeed.
Okay.
You both take half of 6d12 lightning damage as you touch the door and it blasts a lightning bolt at you all at 5th rank.
Oh.
That's going to be 19 damage to Fiore and 19 damage to Silk as just a explosion of lightning shoots through. And
Holy
Alrik,
shit.
now you see the glyph.
Okay.
I got distracted. I didn't even see it. Shit.
It's
Ugh. God damn it.
I'm okay.
Hold on. And then something really weird happens. Silk,
Yeah.
you feel something happening. And you hear a whistle in the air. And you restore 49 healing.
What the hell?
What?
He starts like looking around. Is someone there?
No response. Although the answer is almost certainly yes, because this place is full
Yeah.
of things that are trying to kill you. So don't advertise yourself too loudly.
No.
He
Ow.
he crosses his arms. He's like, I can't tell if they're fucking with us or not, but they're certainly playing mysterious and hard to get. It's not cute.
Alrik, can I cast like a quick detect magic to see like where that came from?
Yeah, sure. You cast it, and you probably have to hold it for like a few moments,
Mm-hmm.
because you're pinpointing the source of the highest rank magic, right?
Yeah, wherever that healing came from specifically. So he's
Yeah, you like take a little look around, and it definitely seems to be pretty strongly sourced from a space maybe 10 feet behind you all. You don't feel any other magic though.
Alrik tugs on Silk's sleeve and nods exactly where he found the magic and says, I think I found the source.
Okay.
Actually, could I use recognize spell too?
Yeah, absolutely. I think recognize spell. I'm not even gonna make you roll for it. You know this spell. That was a soothe spell.
What the fuck? Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna use Angel's Patience too to just look at this spot for a few minutes.
Yeah, roll me perception.
That's this shit weird.
You stare, and you confirm that if there was something before, it's gone now. You are pretty certain you heard a giggle, and now it's gone.
Yeah. Well, nothing to do about it now.
Okay.
What?
He looks around again.
Oh, there's something here.
Something keeps giggling. Do I have an admirer around here? This is weird.
Alrik can cast Detect Magic again. It's cantrip.
Okay. This time you cast Detect Magic and you see there's an invisible thing nearby. You see you're like, ooh, illusion magic. And as soon as you start casting it, you're and then it flees and it's gone.
Well, saw it for a second, and immediately once they caught wind that I could see it, they ran off.
Well, maybe when they're less shy. I don't have time to deal with it. Let's get to it.
Yeah.
Is that gonna do that again? Fury points at the door and looking at Alrik.
Alrik looks.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a glyph, isn't it?
It's gonna do it again?
The second you touch it again, it's going to electrocute you.
Yes, it hasn't been deactivated after the first time. It's gonna do it again.
Right. Is there, like, a way to deal with that at all?
It's a rune, so I imagine.
Yeah, scratching it out
Could-
will work. You just need to spend some time to, do so.
Take a knife to it.
Well, Alrik takes out the boot knife.
Would you like to make an occultism check, please?
Okay.
You think it should be done.
I'm gonna stand far away while you open that.
You do that. Okay. It should be fine now.
Dave, do you want to try to open the door?
Okay. Yori goes to reach out, very nervously touching the door. He's like, he goes to touch the door and he goes, wait, please move.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. And you go to
Okay.
open the door again?
Uh-huh.
Make me another reflex save.
God damn it. Alrik sees like
Man,
the slight
come
bit of
on.
electricity and he just hangs its head.
Holy shit.
34.
That's a really good roll. Not a critical success, but a really good roll. That's another half of 60, 12 electricity damage. That's going to be 20 damage, Fiore, as you are blasted by a second lightning bolt out of this thing.
Sure, man. Fiore steps away and he's like, I'm casting Lay on Hands on myself. I'm in
and-
pain.
And then, Fiore,
Uh-huh.
you feel a strange feeling come over you.
Okay.
And you restore 44 healing.
Who keeps casting Soothe? Come out here right now.
Fiore's like, what the hell? Thank you?
Well, now I'm jealous.
What is that? Are you...
Why isn't it just me?
Fiore kind of is like, he kind of looks around. He's like, thank you. I'm not gonna hurt you if you come out.
They're not going to answer. If only I had
I-
this building.
I suppose we just have a little guardian angel down here, which is such a relief.
And I think as you do blast yourself with another lightning bolt, Fiore, I think you hear the door open a little bit. It's one of those like little peeky things, you know,
Mm-hmm.
for staring staring at people who are here, right? And a creature pokes its eyes out. And these are, you can see that this creature has very pale skin and milky blue eyes.
Oh, no.
And it would appear to be a caligni.
Oh.
And it says, "Who goes there? Why'd you keep trying the door? Did the lightning bolt not scare you off the first time? Why are you all so ugly and pink?"
What the fuck?
Wow.
Who are you calling ugly?
You?
Speak for yourself.
I'm red, not pink. And, well, who are you?
No, you'll answer first, I feel.
Okay, fine. I'm Fiore. Now who are you?
I am Vizlar.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you want me to say. That's my name. You told me your name, I told you my name. Who are you working for? Are you cultists?
No.
I see that
No?
holy symbol around your necklace, Cambion. I know what you are.
This is Saren Ray.
Don't know or don't care.
She's a goddess of
What
the
the hell is
sun.
wrong with you?
I don't know the sun.
She's a goddess of light. I assume you know what light is.
That does make things more.
I'm not gonna hurt you. If you don't hurt
well,
me,
I mean, if you're
If
following
you-
the goddess of light, that's bad for me
if you
and
don't
for everyone
hurt
in
me,
here.
I'm not gonna. Why is that bad? Can you share? Just because I don't want to do anything that would hurt people.
Well, traditionally my people explode into it when we die.
Oh, right. I'm sorry.
Very carefully, Alrik leans back to whisper to Silken Fiore. I think these are the caligni hunters that have the professor.
Oh, shit.
He was taken by the other caligni that were at Silverwall with the ones that we fought.
Should we ask about it?
We can try.
I
You
don't
think
know that they'll give an answer, but why not give it a shot, right?
Fiore, I think you're the best talker out of all of us.
Fiore, ask them if they have the little man.
Do you? I have a question for you.
Yes.
Do you happen to have a gnome with you?
No.
That's very
Alrik
convincing.
squints.
You're not a very good liar.
No.
Come on.
Okay.
Who are you?
If we tell you that, will you tell us that you have him?
No, because we don't have anyone.
Okay, well, we could stop fucking around, first of all.
Can one of you get Galudu?
No. No call
What?
for backup.
No, it's okay. I'm not calling anything.
Mhm.
Definitely are.
No.
Stop lying.
No, I'm not lying.
You know that you have
You're very unbecoming.
No,
You
I'm
lie.
not. No.
Well, then stop lying.
Then you hear, "What is this?" And you hear him being pushed out of the way. And a different set of eyes are staring out the window now. Or through the slit now. And these are vibrant pink eyes.
Cute.
And
Different.
and she's got beautiful, beautiful eyeliner on, by the way. She looks like an older woman from what you're seeing. Which isn't much, to be frank. It's literally just like eyes and like the nose. But she says, "Who are you? And what do you want from us?"
Well, we're not trying to hurt anybody, if you're worried about that.
You'll have to understand that is a hard pitch to sell, my friend. The hunting grounds are full of everyone who wants to hurt each other. You'll forgive me for being suspicious of outsiders.
That's fair. I definitely understand the concern. We're not from here. We're from the surface.
Oh, I see. You would be friends with Zaccheus, wouldn't you, Dan?
So, do you have him?
Yes, we do.
Thank you.
What is he to you?
How to explain
Let's-
my complicated parasocial relationship with a gnome.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, let's be honest. We're definitely trying to find him. There are other people looking for him, including his family. So we would like to have him alive and well.
Do you know him?
Not personally, but I'm a big fan of his.
Then your claim to him is no greater than ours.
Okay, so let him go.
No.
What the fuck? Okay, well, if you care so much about a claim, my God, be fair. Let the man go where he wants. Do you have him tied up in a corner or something?
I bet that
I mean, we do, but that's not the point.
he
Okay, well-
is an adventurer that we've been following. We found his letters to just on the way down, talking about his adventures. And then we discovered that he had gone missing and that his family was looking for them. And I have promised to help continue searching for him. What do you want for him? What do you want from him?
What we want from him is of no concern to you, surface men. Just know that we are content with how he is here, and you know what? He's content with what we have too.
Can we talk with him?
No.
Okay, so you definitely confirmed that you have him tied up in the corner. So,
He
don't
likes
believe that
being
he
tied up
wants-
in the corner.
No
Does
one
he-
likes that.
Actually,
He does.
it seemed that from his letters, he really liked exploring and being free from a corner.
Well, that was before he came to our lodge. And then things
Okay, so we're
changed.
gonna come in, and
No.
you're either gonna let us in, or we're going to come in by ourselves.
There we have
No.
a question.
Yeah, what's up?
Message.
Oh,
is he within 120 feet?
Interesting.
Is he
Interesting.
within 120?
Sure. You can do that. Would you like to? Okay. So, do you have to see? Tell me how you can send message.
Hang on.
Like, what are the parameters? Can you send it to anyone you know the name of? Do they have to? Like, do you need to have met them? What's the whole thing?
Oh, damn.
Send a
Okay.
Message to the president.
But they must be able to see you and be within reach to do so. Damn. Okay, never mind. I can't
Damn,
do
that
that.
sucks. Really good idea. I mean, you can't see him. He's right there.
Okay.
Oh.
Look over your shoulders, guys.
Hello?
Standing not too far away is a little gnome. He is wearing a battered cloak and a explorer's hat, and he has this beautiful blue mustache and very, very impressive eyebrows. He looks every bit a hardened survivalist as well as a curious academic. And he's kind of peeking out from a bush of mushrooms nearby.
Silk's like looking back at him with like a kind of baffled expression. And he like makes a very subtle like, what the fuck motion.
He sees that you see him, and then he goes, and he dives into the mushrooms, and he starts like running the opposite direction.
Oh my fucking god. I think Silk kind of starts power walking after him. He's done with this conversation. He's going after Zaccheus.
Fury is like, "Hey, what? Hey, I'll be right back."
What? Where the
Alrik.
hell are you going?
We'll be right back. Don't worry about it.
come back here.
Alrik goes.
You little shit, come back here.
And as you guys are running and charging and jumping all over the place, suddenly, Silk, you run face first into something that I think you barely even realized was there, because the way it emerged from the hole in the wall nearby, unfortunately, you did not have time to realize that something was moving when it was.
Okay.
And that creature is this.
God fucking damn it.
A giant toad-looking man, accompanied by a second giant toad-looking man,
Oh, it's not a fish.
accompanied by a third giant toad-looking man, accompanied by a fourth giant toad-looking man.
That's enough slices.
Everyone,
Like
I'd like you
reason.
all to roll me initiative.
Dice will roll will return after these messages.
Enter the Sol system and find the horrors within. 2025 is the 10th anniversary of Shadows over Sol, an award-winning sci-fi horror tabletop RPG where you and your team venture into the hungry void of outer space. You'll explore derelict spaceships, make deals with shady corporations, and try to survive the indescribable horrors encroaching on your every move. Enter an expansive world of mystery, intrigue, and horror in the Sol system, 400 years in the future, with detailed breakdowns of everything between Mercury and the Oort cloud, and in future updates, places as far away as the Alpha Centauri system. Explore game modes and modules with genres like survival, investigative, and action horror, and make use of rules like the tree-phase action system or the dying gasp death rules that let you keep fighting as your wounds increase and you struggle ever closer to your doom. With multiple GM options available, you'll never run out of ways to bring terror to your tables. And with over 50 modules, some of them as little as $1, the terror never ends as you sail through the vast loneliness of space with Shadows over Sol. Find out more at tabcreations.com and use the promo code POD20 to receive 20% off your entire purchase. That's Shadows over Sol at tabcreations.com with the promo code POD20. And remember, the universe is far too expansive for us to possibly be alone.
We now return to Dice Will Roll.
This
Christ
sucks.
almighty.
This fucking sucks.
Jeez.
Oh my
Oh
god!
my god.
Oh,
Fury,
no.
that is a nat 20. So I
Okay.
think what happens is Silk doesn't see the giants until he's run into them. But Fury, you see the giants emerging, and you yell out a warning cry, you are drawing your weapon, and you are charging. So let's set the scene. You chased the gnome down to the south, near to a wall of spikes and skulls, and Silk, as you were about to lay your hands on him, you ran face first into the fleshy body of a marsh giant, who looks down at you with his giant hook blade. This basically a giant fishing hook that's been fashioned into a sword, and it lets out a as it's reaching forward to crush your head. But Fury, you see this thing, you are able to get to the combat. What the hell do you do?
I think that Fiore is I think he sees Silk running directly into the guy. And he is going to, I think his first action is I think he's going to smite on this
Okay.
guy. And he's going and he's going to I think he's gonna attack because he wants to distract the guy from Silk by making himself into a threat. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Oh.
I'm gonna use one of my hero points. Thank you. Or I'm
Have
gonna
numbers.
use my hero point singular. Thank you.
Bro.
35.
A 35? That's a fucking crit, bro.
Oh my fucking god. 42 damage.
Jesus Christ.
My god. Fiore, as you surge forward, you cleave into this thing, and immediately as sword clefts through blubbery flesh, the giant is stumbling back, nearly slain in one go. Like, you cut through this guy, he is not looking good.
Okay.
And he stares down at you, and he says,
Small folk, your bones will be brought in my stew.
as he reaching forward to get you.
The problem is that I don't have a lot of things I want to do with my turn, so I don't have. I feel like I'm just gonna raise
You can
my.
just slash him. You have quite high attack rolls, and these guys seem to be a little lower level than you.
Okay, I'll attack one more time, and then I'm gonna raise my shield, okay?
Awesome.
24.
24 is a hit. Roll me that damage.
21.
He takes that damage. He's barely holding together as you continue the assault.
And then I raise my shield.
Okay. Fiore, that is your turn. Alrik, it is your turn now. Marsh giants, lots of them. This seems to be a hunting pack. They seem to have maybe been going out to the lake nearby to start looking for food. And you fit the menu. Fiore has slashed into one and done some serious damage. This gnome, who you must assume is none other than Zaccheus, what's his full name? Dr. Zaccheus Wimifor Slumberstone V. Although he is looking around with big panicked eyes at these guys. And what do you do?
I think this is a good time as any.
Oh god.
I haven't used this just yet, but Alrik is going to start with a Courageous Anthem, and then immediately Courageous Assault Fiore.
Oh, interesting. Courageous Assault. With a mighty shout, you can stir an enemy to attack. If your next action is to cast Courageous Anthem, so we'll say yeah. One ally of your choice who gains a status bonus can immediately use a reaction to make a strike.
Oh my god, okay, sure, fuck it.
Keep going, Alrik says.
It's like, okay, man. 24, man.
That's another fucking hit, bro. Roll me that damage.
23.
And Fiore, how'd you slay this guy with the help of Alrik's song?
I think that it's like he sees that Silk is about to be in trouble, and he's like, no! And he's... I think he charges, and he puts himself between Silk and the guy, so that Silk kind of bumps into him, but then he just charges forward, and I think he fights him real hard.
You surge forward, and with that fury, there's no stopping what's coming. You slay this thing, and it falls into a pile on the floor. Strange colored gases seeping from its ruptured organs. Gross.
Ew.
Alrik, you got one action left. What do you do?
Smack the other one.
Fuck it.
33.
Yeah, that's a hit. Roll me that damage.
14.
You smack into him. He seems to be another scout, a little smaller like the other one. And then there are two of the big brutes at the back who have much longer hooks, and like they've got barnacles growing on their shoulders. Those two at the back seem to be more brutish than the scouts that are currently in your face.
Mm-hmm.
And is that your turn, Alrik?
Yes.
Okay. Well, next in the order, excusez-moi, it's going to be one of those brutish marsh giants, who kind of lets out a cackle, and he says,
Fresh bones.
and he's going to reach out and he's going to grab at, no, Dr. Slumberstone!
No.
Oh, gosh.
Oh my
so
god.
He surges forward. Oh shit, that's a nut 20.
Oh my god.
No.
That's not good. Because 26 damage to Dr. Slumberstone, who lets it out of horror. And then he is going to start tearing with his bite. That's going to be tissue tear. The giant does serious damage to its target's limbs. It has to make a fortitude save, which he will certainly try. And that is going to be a failure. In fact, did I just roll a nat 1? Oh no. He's going to be enfeebled 2 for 1 hour.
Damn.
Basically, he starts ripping at one of the arms, and I think Dr. Slumberstone's eyes widen as, oh jeez, oh no, no. And the giant cackles and says,
Oh, yes.
and with his last action, I think he's going to try to grab Dr. Slumberstone.
Bitch.
That's going to be an athletics check, -5. That's going to be a 29, which against Dr. Slumberstone's fortitude DC, that is a success. So Dr. Slumberstone is gripped in this guy's arm. And Dr. Slumberstone goes, ah!
Understandable.
I mean, I get it, right?
Yeah.
It is now Dr. Slumberstone's turn. He is still alive, which is very impressive. Credit where credit is due. Good for him.
Yeah.
He, I think, starts to glow light out of every pore in his body and in beams out of his eyes and mouth. And I need everyone to please make me a will save.
Okay.
You guys included.
He is not fucking around.
Okay, that is a success for Fiore, a failure for the Marsh Giant Bog Scout, a success for the Marsh Giant Nasher, a critical success for Alrik, a success for the other Nasher, and a success for Silk. So everyone succeeds except for one guy who doesn't, and Alrik, you super don't worry about it.
Yay.
But what that means is that the guy who failed is going to be frightened 1, because, yeah, that is scary. And then Dr. Slumberstone looks at him, and almost like he is relieved, he kind of goes, and he just kind of opens his mouth, and that expulsion of light now sucks back into him. And he is now sucking in dark mist off of the Bog Scout. And the Bog Scout needs to make a fortitude save. That's a nat 1. So that's going to be double of 3d8 void damage. That's 44 damage to this guy. And he, Willowmire is going to restore double of 2d8 hit points. That's going to be 22 healing. And then, grinning, he says, okay, that's better. Bye. And then he just vanishes.
Wait.
He just kind of, and he's gone. And the giant that was holding him is like,
What trickery is this?
he rumbles out. And wherever that guy was, he's gone. Just completely gone.
Okay.
The other marsh giant looks around, then he turns and says,
Hey, he's over there!
and he points behind a rock. And indeed, so you can kind of see it from where you are. He's over there.
God damn it, that's where you went?
Oh, shit! Oh, fuck, no! Oh, fuck!
I'm sorry, love. No wonder why you got caught.
And the giants go...
Well.
He is stuck in a very cramped little space. And the giant is going to reach forward. And it's like in every movie ever, right? With like someone hiding in like a cave. This rock is basically a huge pillar between the wall and itself. Like it's a big column between, stalactite, stalagmite stuff. The giant can't quite fit in there. But his giant grubby hand is kind of slop, trying to grab at the gnome.
Yeah.
And he's certainly going to give it another shot. I'll say that he has a -2 on this roll because it's kind of a tight squeeze. Wait. No, he doesn't have... Okay. So that's going to be this -2. Ooh, that is a 34. That is a hit. Sorry, Slumberstone. That's going to be 9 damage. Ouch. And he's going to try grab again. Or he's going to try, hit him again. That time it's a miss. And because he's stupid, he's just going to try keep going because he really wants to catch this guy. That's a critical miss on the last one. As he's continued to just kind of slam his hand around. That's going to be tripped. He falls prone. I think what happens is that this giant, as he's trying to focus on Slumberstone, gets stuck in the wall.
Damn.
A little bit. So that's gonna be his turn. Silk, it's your turn.
It is my turn. These fuckers. I'm getting real tired. Not me, actually. Silk is getting real tired of this. It's not feeling well. This one. These two are fine. I have many spells I could cast to hurt these motherfuckers, but I'm trying to think of something I could do to help him. I don't think that I can, though. I need to make a teleportation spell that I can take that transports other people.
For what it's worth, Shining Kingdoms did just add a bunch of elf-themed teleportation spells.
That's kind of slow.
Don't mind if I do. It's too bad that that's 3 actions. Hold on. I have quicken casting.
You do have quicken casting.
Do.
I do.
So let's take a look at what quicken casting, what its requirements are, just in case. Once per day, it needs to be 2 ranks lower than your highest spell slot. Is it? Whatever you're doing?
Ooh. That might actually be my downfall. It is only 1 rank down.
I'm sorry, Captain.
It's okay, Captain. Cast Fireball.
Always a good call.
And you know what? I'll use it on that.
You're gonna use 2 fireballs?
Yeah, I'm gonna use 2 fireballs.
Fuck 'em.
Circle of fuck you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's not gonna hit Slumberstone. It's not gonna hit you. You're good. Awesome. That will only catch the marsh giants.
Yes, so give me 2 reflex saves.
Okay. Reflex save number 1. That's...
I guess 6.
Oh god. Yeah, it will be 6, won't it?
Yeah,
right, let's see. First round, one of them gets a nat 20.
Ooh, okay.
One of them
Lucky
succeeds
him.
and one of them fails. Then the second round, with the second fireball you throw down, that's going to be a success, a fail, and a critical fail.
Ooh. Okay, so here's the first round of damage.
Okay.
Oops, I can't see that. That's gonna be 15 for the first round.
Okay, so, and yeah, the second round?
And 22 for the second.
Oh my god, okay. So, the marsh giant Nasher, the one who was attacking the guy before, like, the one who'd successfully taken a bite out of him, first time he's gonna take 15 damage. Then the one, the giant who is stuck in the wall takes no damage from the first fireball. I think he's just not quite in range for that one.
Yeah, that's...
And then the bog scout is going to take 7 damage from the first fireball. And then 22 for the second round of them. The scout's going to take 11 damage. The scout's taking 11 damage. The one in the wall is taking 22 damage.
Yeah.
And the one who was successfully attacking earlier takes 44 fucking damage. Fire rips through this place. I think probably causing some minor explosions with the methane buildup from all these mushrooms and shit. I don't think that's how that works.
Yeah.
From like the spores and shit that's in the air. When the smoke clears, these giants are stumbling, snarling, and now they're all turning at you. Oh fuck.
Oh no.
It is now the bog scout's turn. Now, the Bog Scout is not doing great, I will be frank.
That's fine.
He is, in fact, in a bad place. Because, I don't know if you noticed, he's got very few HP, he's frightened, and he rolled a nat 1 on initiative. He really got bonered over. So, he is going to... I think he's going to try to shove Fiore, which is maybe a bad idea, but he's going to give it a shot anyway. Fiore,
Okay.
does a 28 beat your Fortitude DC?
My fortitude plus 10 is 30, so then now that doesn't work.
He tries to grab you, he's trying to shove you into his buddies, it doesn't work, and he kind of snarls, goes, "Rah!" And he's going to try strike you with his hook.
Okay.
With his Mandor Handhook Cardor.
Of course.
Shut up.
This one is a 25.
Well, it's not a crit fail.
Okay. And that's his turn. Round 2. Fiore, it is your turn again.
Okay. Fiore is going to... I think he's going to deal with this guy who looks like he is not doing too hot.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to, I think he's going to strike. 36.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's a crit, bro. And look at his fucking 16 HP. Jesus Christ!
Bruh.
Sorry, man.
Fiore, how do you just execute this guy? How do you attack on Tina's ass in a way that is not, inherently imperialist?
That's crazy. I think Fiore can tell that this guy does not look like he's gonna hold on much longer, and I think that he sees the other guy in like a line, and I think that he starts, because I'm gonna use my next action to run towards the other guys, and I think that on the way he's just going to use the momentum of his running to slice across the guy's chest.
And I think, with that, there's a bloody gush. And then he's dead. Jesus, 30 damage would have overkill.
And then I do it again.
Okay. Oh my god.
And then I do it again. 34.
That's another crit against a giant who's stuck in the wall trying to grab at him. Holy
42.
shit!
42
damage. Yeah, dude, that's... Yeah, man. You did that.
Yep.
Jesus. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I attacked, I ran, and then I attacked again.
Okay. Jesus. Alright. Alrik, it's your turn, I guess. Holy shit. Don't do it, man. I know what you're about to do. I suddenly realized what you're gonna do. Don't do this to me.
What?
Are you gonna make me are you gonna kill my beautiful guy?
Well, I mean, it's part of the plan, but here's the thing. Alrik is not DPS focused, he's support focused.
Oh, God. Okay, here we go.
Alrik is going to position himself in a way where he can actually see Dr. Slumberstone.
Okay.
Right about here, putting himself in slight danger, but at this point,
Okay.
he does not care.
So you are rushing into the mushroom bushes behind one of the giants, not the one who's, ass in the wall, or like, a shoulder and arm in the wall. You're the other one, the kind of healthier one. You can see Dr. Slumberstone. Yeah.
Yes. And then, because I have to refresh my fucking buff, Alrik is just going to cast guidance on him.
Okay. All right. What do you say to Dr. Slumberstone?
Please stay there and please stay safe. We are just trying to talk.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. And that's your turn, right?
No, guidance is one action.
Oh god, what else are you doing?
Refresh.
Oh my god, you're smacking
Please,
the fuck out of his...
34.
That's a crit! You fucking Banjo-Kazooie the ass out of this guy. Yeah, sure, go for it.
Alright, it was a crit. Hang on. Critical.
I will also point out, he's still glowing from every pore. It's very scary.
Yeah. At this point, Alrik is just trying to save his freaking life. 22.
Yeah, that's a huge chunk of his HP. You smack into this giant who lets out a as you do.
Yeah, and Courageous Anthem is refreshed.
Okay, awesome. Everyone, you feel a little bit more ready to kill. It is now the giant's turn, the one who's next to you, Alrik. And he sees you and he snarls. He doesn't like that. And he says, and he's going to strike you with his gaff.
Mm-hmm.
And Alrik, that's going to be a 27 to hit. That is a miss.
Yeah.
He's going to try again.
Okay.
That is a 31.
There it is. Hits.
Okay, that's going to be 2d6 plus 7 bludgeoning damage. That is 12 bludgeoning damage.
All right.
And he is then going to attempt, as he digs his hook into your shoulder, Alrik, he's going to try to rip at some of your tendons with a tear tendon. I need you to please make me a fortitude save.
So 17.
That's going to be a fail. You feel some of your flesh tear. Ow, that hurts.
Ouch.
You were enfeebled 1 for 1 hour.
Oh, all right.
And the giant goes, because he thinks he's got this. And it is now Dr. Slumberstone's turn. And Dr. Slumberstone looks at you guys and smiles and says, "No." And then he vanishes.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I don't even care anymore, man.
I think that Silk, frustrated, yells out, "Would you think of Theoletta and Isadora for just a second?"
No response. Is this guy secretly a dick?
He might be a fucking dick.
I mean, it takes a certain someone to abandon your family and go romping in the dungeon forever, right?
Never meet your fucking heroes.
I suppose. The marsh giant now is going to... The marsh giant is going to try pull him. Yeah, he pulls himself out of the wall. He is no longer prone. He goes, and he is now turning to whip around and look at you, Fiore. And he lets out a as that's gonna be another strike, and that is a 23 against you.
That is not a hit.
Not a crit fail.
No, my AC is lower now.
Okay. Well, he's gonna again, and this. Okay, this one's definitely a crit fail.
That is
a 17.
Certainly a crit fail.
Okay. Stop hitting yourself. You hit yourself instead of the target. Okay. He is going to do 2d6 plus 7 bludgeoning damage to himself, or piercing damage to himself, as he accidentally whacks himself with a hook and does 12 damage.
Dipshit.
And that is his turn. Silk, it's your turn.
It's my turn. This fucking gnome. God damn it. Alright, well, I can't do anything about that. So, God. Vision of death.
Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Nightmare. Go for it.
Nightmare.
Which one?
The one that I'm targeting.
Okay. So the one who was not previously stuck in a wall. Oh, it's a 21.
Ooh,
Okay.
That's not good.
No, that is full damage and
That's pretty
frightened
bad.
too.
29 damage.
Oh my god, you give him a heart attack and he dies!
Oh my god.
Life is good.
Silk,
Then
what?
I shoot the other one.
Oh my god. Okay, well, he's dead. And you shoot the other one. Go for it?
Ooh, not that good. Oh, it hits though. 26.
Still a hit. 26, still a hit. Roll me that damage.
Ooh, maximum damage 13.
Okay, 13 damage. He's not dead, but he's... Yeah, that sucks for him.
Fuck him.
And, he turns and roars and says,
Small folk, You will face the wrath of the War King. You will die and bleed for him, and we will eat your bones.
And then, as he's speaking, suddenly, what's that flying over your shoulder, Silk? It's an arrow that's going right into this thing's head. Critical hit!
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
An arrow stabs into this guy's brain, does 26 damage, and slays him. And he stumbles back and slumps on the floor.
Silk still has his gun drawn. He turns towards these people. Not pointing it at them, but who are they?
Well, they are some cloaked figures running out with short bows. And they kind of like stare at you guys a little suspiciously. They're wearing dark robes that cover, they have hoods and like face masks that cover everything except for their eyes and their noses. And judging by their very pale skin, you can recognize that these two are caligni. And one of them says in a slightly familiar voice, "It is I, Vizsla. You remember? We met earlier. In yes.
You lied to me.
No, what?
Wait, where do I know you from?
Literally, we were speaking like 2 minutes ago before you ran off into the darkness.
Oh,
through
wait,
the
you're
door.
the competent one.
The what?
Wait, were you the first one or the second one?
I was the first one.
Oh, so you were the one who lied to me.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Oh,
No.
goodness.
Yes, you do not have Slumberstone.
What? Yeah, what?
Girl, I just saw him. He's out here somewhere.
Oh.
He's being kind of a dick running around.
Can you give me 2 seconds to confer? And he
Okay,
goes to
take your
the
time.
second caligni, and you see them very quickly speaking to one another.
Alrik, eavesdrop.
Alrik has his ears perked. Can he listen?
Do you want to make a perception check
I can sure try.
to really try listen to this? Yeah. Okay, you can hear them speaking, but they are not. So all this time you've been speaking Sakvrot, obviously, because that's what basically everyone speaks down here. You cannot understand the language they're speaking now. They seem to be speaking a language, maybe specifically speaking caligni. However, what you do pick up is slight confusion and nervousness in his voice. Before he turns back to you and says, "Perhaps it is best you come with us."
Okay.
Why?
We would like to bring you to meet our leader, Lady Galudu.
Okay. We'll go with you.
And gently, these guys start walking.
Alrik is eyeing them very suspiciously.
They're still, I think as they're like maybe 10 feet ahead of you, one of them leans to the other and starts kind of to the other.
Fiore turns to his friends and he's like, I don't totally trust this, but
Don't.
they did help us, so I think we can give them a chance.
That's fair, but they do seem incredibly... I can't understand caligni, but they are nervous about the fact that Dr. Slumberstone is apparently out and about. I think they actually are telling the truth that he is just in a corner.
That's why I think we need to talk to them.
Yes.
Also, Alrik is going to counteract the enfeebled with sound body.
Okay, you guys walk alongside the caligni, and maybe a few minutes into your walking, you see something.
Oh?
Uh-huh.
A fucking ship
A hut?
on the dock. A fucking ship is here.
The fuck?
What do you...
Like a whole ass sailboat. And as you approach it, I think the caligni stop and go, wait, what? And who's that on the side of the boat? Ahoy, mateys!
What the hell?
Oh, God.
It is none other than Dr. oh my god, what's his name?
Is it
Zaccheus Dr. Zaccheus Willow. Oh my god. I had to look in your DMs, this is the only place I have his full name down.
Zaccheus?
Why? Put it somewhere else.
We have the NPCs channel.
I'm really stupid, that's why. Jesus. Dr. Zaccheus Wimifor Slumberstone V with his stupid ass hat looking over the side. And he's on this boat into the green lake and he says, "Don't go with them, adventurers. Come with me into the water."
Are you kidding?
No, I'll explain everything.
Oh, you.
Alrik, perceive any sort of deception right now, please.
Yeah, sure. You can definitely make a perception check.
Okay.
I'd like to fucking make one too.
Yeah, absolutely. Alrik and Fiore, the two of you glance at each other and you're like, I mean, maybe. It seems to be legit. But Silk, Bull, and Shit, he is fucking with you. And you don't know that because of any social tell. You can't tell that he's lying per se. What you can tell is that there is no boat. That's a fucking illusion. He created an illusory boat that's on the lake. He's floating approximately where the floor should be, but there is no boat. It's a fucking mirage. How is he doing that? What is he doing? Why is he trying to make you come into the water?
That's interesting. Gravity well.
Okay. He has to make a save, right? What is this?
Come here, bitch. Reflex save.
A reflex save.
I'm tired of this.
That's gonna be, what do you roll? A 17 plus, oh my god, that is a 38?
Are you kidding?
Bruh.
Nearly a critical success, but still still a success. He still moved 5 feet off, which means he's moved up the side of the boat, which means everyone can now see him floating 20 feet in the air. Because the boat, he moves through where the boat space should be. Which I think makes everyone basically immediately disbelieve the illusion, right?
Silk shot that into the ground at the shore, and he is like, Slumberstone, I'm a very generous scholar. I'm gonna give you the chance to stop fucking around with us.
Hey man, I wouldn't fuck with this anymore, actually. I think we should go back to the lodge, says Vizar.
I think I'm gonna take care of this business myself, thank you.
And then he vanishes again.
You bitch! I should have shot him.
I'm so serious, we should probably get back to the lodge. I think you really should talk to Lady Galudu.
Let's go,
man.
Let's go with these guys.
Could you please explain why you're so fucking nervous about this?
I'll be honest, Surface Man, we are scared as hell, and anything that happens outside the lodge is dangerous and scary. So seeing that, we will be honest, Surface Men, was one of the most nightmarish things we've ever seen, and we'll explain why. Let's go inside. And he opens the door. Here you go.
Ooh, how cozy it is in here.
It is very
This
cozy.
is cute.
It is actually, here's the thing, guys. It's very cozy. This large hall was once grand and impressive. Now the walls' murals are chipped and stained, the floor is covered with mud, and a few pieces of furniture look like they've been hastily repaired many times. A fire pit sits at the center of the chamber. And indeed, it almost looks kind of like a. I was gonna say it looks kind of like a cave barbecue thing in the middle. I guess it's more accurate to call it a sea barbecue because these are caligni. These caligni, notably, are not all screaming "Hail the Prophet" or like doing weird, crazy shit. They're just kind of skirting around.
Interesting.
And I think. Yeah, the caligni kind of like turn and look at you. And there is one of them. This is a beautiful lady. You must assume she's the boss, and you must assume she's the lady you spoke to earlier. She appears to be a woman in her, I want to say her 60s. But she's giving very gay aunt energy. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
She has like her one shoulder exposed, the other is wearing a pauldron, and she has these gloves that go from hand all the way up to elbow. She wears these tattered purple robes with a matching purple headdress, which covers her mouth, her chin, her neck, and then her forehead, leaving only the eyes and part of her nose exposed. And her eyes are shockingly magenta. And as you make your way inside, she kind of like furrows her brow to look at you and says, "Welcome, surface men. We don't usually get people like you down here, but now we've had, I suppose, a recurring pattern, haven't we?"
A little bit.
Before anything else, I must ask, what is it you are doing here? This is not... You must understand, it's been a very strange few weeks for us.
Okay. We got told about them by those other caligni cultists, right?
Yes, it was implied that these guys did not see the light in following Urgatul.
Yeah. Did they say anything about anything to do with them and Belcora? Or am I thinking of something else?
You don't think there was any mention of Belcora specifically.
Okay, not crazy.
You can ask her.
Yeah. Silk kind of looks at Alrik, and he kind of looks at Fiora, and he's like,
We are concerned with the issue of, I guess you have no problem saying it, Lady Belcora.
Oh, she winces and says, the Ghost Queen, yes.
We don't like her, to be clear.
She poses a really huge threat to our town, which is on the surface.
we will be killing her shortly.
We ourselves are, well, I don't want to say that we care or anything, but we don't really. We are not native to this place. All the caligni of these dungeons, we are all refugees, fleeing a great calamity from deeper in the Darklands. It's very involved and would take a long time to explain. Suffice to say, we had to leave the Darklands.
I'm so sorry.
It is less than ideal. Several of our number died before we made it here safely to the lodge. Only the strongest now remain. And then further of our number defected in a schism. One that led to one of our mages occupying the upper levels.
Oh yes, we came across them.
Simpletons clinging at a misplaced obsession.
Yes, they were a delightful bunch.
You met them.
Unfortunately.
What happened to them?
Oh, let's just say that you don't have to worry about them anymore.
She gives you guys a look over and says, "For what it's worth, if you killed that bastard Pedley, then I'm a happier woman."
Did we?
You did.
I know he's dead.
You didn't kill him directly, but you drove him into his god's arms.
Yeah.
Yes. He didn't kill him personally, but we saw him get torn apart. Asunder, even.
Comforting. The world is a better place without that idiot.
He sucked. Did have some
Yes.
good wine, though.
We're more interested in finding a safe exit for ourselves.
Exit how? Exit
We
from
don't want to be in this dungeon.
Fair? Do you want to remain underground?
Well, we all go blind when we see light, so...
Okay, fair.
Even that gemstone you have is quite damaging on the eyes, but we'll live.
I could turn it off.
No. Don't worry. It's fine.
I'll turn it
We
away
had a
at
few-
least. And he
we
turns
had a
it
few- no.
away.
Son.
I
Don't
don't
worry.
want to hurt you.
I cast a few enchantments before you came in. I'm not a fool.
Okay.
We have an issue.
Yes, is his name Zaccheus?
What? Oh, my god.
Your issue?
What was that about?
All right. Well, I suppose we had better come clean about it. And then as she's about to say, Vizlar's like, Lady Galudu. She goes, what? What the fuck are you talking about? No. And he nods a little anxiously, and she turns back to you guys and says, will you accompany me?
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
And she starts to kind of guide you. She's like, this way, please. And she starts making her way down deeper into the ruins of this lodge. You get the feeling that the lodge itself was not... Obviously, she's saying she's not from this place originally. You get the feeling that the lodge was maybe meant for mortal hunters for Belcora. But obviously...
Yeah.
She pushes into a trash pile, and as she pushes in you go, guys, you can see that this room, it has a large bay window of transparent stone, one-sided. There are windows.
You do have windows.
Crafty. I
but-
like that.
It's so covered in grime that you cannot see outside.
Oh. Well, points for trying.
A makeshift table has been erected near the center of the room. It is covered in paper with notes and scribbles all over them. And there is a sleeping mat rolled up to one side of it. And standing in this room, a little bit near the bay window, is a figure who has their back turned to you. And then they turn and look at you.
What?
And this man turns and looks and says, greetings, brave adventurers!
Oh,
No shot.
Wait, what?
Uh,
You're Zaccheus?
Are you men from the surface? I did not expect to see fellow enjoyers of the sun's rays this deep underground.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Allow me to introduce myself, my friends. My name is Dr. Zaccheus Wimifor Slumberstone V. I am an
Oh, yes,
adventurer and researcher of some great renown.
Yes, we know of you. Your renown is renowned.
I will say, real
We think-
fast,
Mhm.
let's describe this dude. Look at him! Look at him!
He's adorable.
He's
Really
adorable.
God.
He is an older fellow. He... The only way I can describe him is, and this is like such a niche thing to say, but he looks a little bit like the live-action Asterix from like those 90s movies, except longer eyebrows, because gnomes have really pointy eyebrows, scragglier hair, and a even bushier mustache. He stands about 3 feet tall. His hair is a green blonde with a streak of pale orange through it. He is wearing, clothes are a little bit raggedy now, a cloak that is dark and covered in scary skulls. He's got boots with little wings on them. And he has a magnifying glass, a big magnifying glass. And as he approaches, he kind of just bows and says, I see that you've been brought here as well by Lady Galudu. Are you here to solve their issue?
as soon as we know what it is.
Actually, Slumberstone, we were here to find you.
What?
Yeah, you've been missing for 6 months.
Excuse my language, your shitty brother-in-law is looking for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
You be lost? All the
Yeah.
way here on the Isle of Kortos?
Yeah, that
Uh-huh.
cunt.
Yeah, that's
Well, then
fun.
this adventure has been for something after all. It's dragged him out of his dreary libraries. You know, a real adventurer must take to the most dangerous parts of the world in order to see them firsthand.
Oh, yes.
It's true. It has been a while since you've done that, I suppose.
Yes. You were saying you knew of me. Have you read my books?
We found your letters while we were exploring.
Oh my word, oh no!
Oh, we put them all back, don't worry.
Yeah.
Oh yes! Oh, for a moment my heart was fit to blow to pieces!
Don't you worry, Taylor and Isadora are... They will find their way.
Oh
Well,
yes. Those two, they will be the greatest Pathfinders there have ever been one day. They're already quite accomplished, if you ask me. He starts pulling on his mustache a little bit. He's quite pleased.
No, now it makes sense that that other one didn't respond to me when I said that.
Which?
There was a fake one of you outside that was fucking with us.
Ew. Well, first off, do please with the language.
Oh, I'm so sorry, darling.
It's all right. Swearing just doesn't make you cool.
No, I don't. I don't
Galuda rolls her eyes in the background.
It's more getting a point across, but us scholars can disagree on whatever we like.
It is irrelevant. Just a personal preference of mine. I'd like to just imagine that my dear nieces were here to witness anything I do, and that I don't wish to make a bad example, even if they are not present.
Mm-hmm.
Now, tell me more about this other me you're referring to.
Not quite a doppelganger. Actually, he looked much different. He... Much more adventurous looking, actually, and I think quite a bit younger. Purple hair, purple eyebrows, purple eyes.
That's I have no idea. That's generally quite, well, I suppose in some way flattering. No, but
oh no, he's rude. He's very mean.
Oh well, that's
he tried
no
to
good.
trick us.
That's no good.
No, if he had his way, we'd be drowned in the lake.
No.
Yes.
He
had this whole boat illusion.
An illusory boat.
Yes,
He looks-
it's a lake.
He looks to Alrik and Fury for confirmation. Is this true?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is.
Well, that truly does upset me quite a lot.
I'm very sorry.
Yes, well, regardless, I will make sure to dispatch of that villain in no time.
Do be careful. Crafty.
Well, I don't mean to brag, but I'm rather a crafty sort of fellow myself.
I'm sure you are to have survived this long down here. He just has a penchant for turning invisible.
Oh, well then we'll simply cast a spell that counteracts invisibility. Simple.
Wonderful.
And Galudu kind of in the back, and she says, "Are you satisfied that we haven't tied him up and we're not holding him prisoner?"
Well, to be fair, you did say you had him tied up in a corner.
Okay.
And you also said he liked it.
Which was weird.
Which
For
is
what it's
alright.
worth, for what it's worth, I would not be opposed to being tied up.
Okay.
Now, if we're gonna talk about being appropriate near your nieces, I don't think you should be a freak at this moment.
Excuse
Slumberstone,
me.
no offense.
Excuse me. I think you'll find that I am speaking of the many times I've found myself tied up in rope in situations. There was the time I was in distant Osirian. I was venturing through the many winding corridors of one of their great ruby pyramids. I pressed a stone on a pressure plate, and it shot out ropes at me, which tangled me up and dangled me over a pit of snakes. Alas, I was too clever, and I was able to use it as a swing to throw myself through the dungeon above several other puzzles.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Never say that being tied up will slow down your adventuring.
I didn't say that.
Amen
but
to
I
that,
did say it was
Definitely not what we meant.
No.
I said it was a bit freaky to talk about how much you love being tied up.
Well, it's not my preference, but if I were to end up being tied up...
We're getting really off topic here.
So off
Yeah,
topic. Can we
so I
get
don't wanna
back
get
to
into
what the
things.
fuck the problem is?
What is the problem?
And I think Fiore turns back. He turns back towards Galudu, and he's like, Miss, what is the problem?
Well, and she comes to the table and says, Dr. Slumberstone has been aiding us with formulating a way to escape our prison here.
I see.
We have found what appears to be a way out of the dungeon. However, the path is not an easy one.
Mm-hmm.
We fear that we may be coming up against a dreadful monster in the process. Anytime we've sent scouts to investigate, they have not returned, and considering our perilously small numbers, that's an issue for us. And Slumberstone says, Yes! Well, I have been working with Mistress Galudu here and trying to estimate what manner of beast it is that is eating or otherwise disposing of her men. I have been doing some light exploration work, although, to be entirely clear, my work has been hampered by some of the beasts of this floor. There's a very, very nasty dragon, which often explodes out from its den to the east, spewing acid and destroying everything within touch. And every once in a while, we also hear the metal stomping of something large and furious. Early on into my stay here, there was and if you'll believe this, a mechanical dwarven head with spider legs.
Oh, no, we've met
Wanda.
her before. We've met it
Yes,
before.
we know Wanda.
Yeah, we're trying to help it. Just, if you ever see it again, just,
Well,
like, you can buy things?
Well, she seemed to have a little home over here.
Oh.
What? Are you serious?
Well, I would assume that it is her home, considering it has her face carved into the side of it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
I missed her.
Well, to be frank, I'm not so sure this place was good for her. She did not seem, particularly talkative. She demanded quite violently that I hand over my cash to her.
Yeah.
She does that.
No, as in, I was robbed.
What?
Oh, she robbed you.
Yes.
Oh,
That's funny.
I'm so sorry.
No, and I think Galudu steps up and says, "The wandering machine is not a friend."
Oh, she
But-
does say very ominous things from time to time.
She will hurt you to get coin.
What do you...
She has thankfully gone higher up in the dungeon recently, but we don't know for how long.
Okay.
Well, whoever she is, I'm sure that if you're curious about her, that, like I said, the part of the dungeon with her face carved into the side is likely the way to find out more about her mysterious past.
Uh-huh.
So, to recap, yes, essentially, it's not easy, to be frank. I had hoped that I would find a way to track the beast down, but whatever it is that has been blocking our friends from going deeper into the Darklands, it is particularly nasty and excruciatingly unusual. That plus having to, more often than not, simply survive the night makes it that this job has been longer than I would have liked. And trust me, of all the things I've seen in this dungeon, this really is the one that stumped me the most. It's certainly the thing that's held me in the one place for the longest. I've had to deal with wormmen and ghoulish librarians, and there were Morlocks. Oh, and don't even get me started on those devils and that cheating tiger man.
We passed all of those.
Oh,
Bested most of them.
wonderful to hear it. I simply had to slip past.
Fair enough.
I think Galudu clears her throat and says, "So, to reiterate, Dr. Slumberstone, could you say what we've come to an agreement with in no short time?" Yes. I'm not leaving.
Okay.
I'm staying down here with Mistress Galudu until we have figured out what it is that is preventing the caligni from going deeper.
That's fine. This, of course, is your choice. But I will say that you're, interesting to be around. Brother-in-law is, well, he's not as great as us, surely. But it's not like he's that far behind us. Definitely behind us.
Let him come. He can come grouse to my face, and we'll all be happy about it.
Well, okay.
This adventuring party is definitely not as strong as we are, I don't believe.
Oh, that is worrying.
Yes.
He didn't bring some mercenaries, did he?
Yes.
Oh, to be lost.
One of them quite green.
Young man, there's nothing wrong with being an orc.
I mean, oh god.
I don't want
Goodness, Alrik, why would you say that?
Alrik, that's kind of messed up.
Oh,
No,
Alrik
what's
shoots
wrong
both
with
of
you?
them a look.
Fiore,
One of them is a newbie and definitely thinks too highly of himself.
Oh, that is far more troubling. Oh, dear. Ooh. Well, I suppose we'll have to figure out this caligni eater faster than I would have previously liked, no?
Yes.
We can help
definitely here to
you.
help.
Yeah. By the way, you're welcome. I did try to slow Jubilos down.
Oh, I do appreciate that, Mr.
Silk Witch Helm. Nice to meet you.
Of the Absalom Witch Helms.
You're familiar, yes.
You are from a
Very prestigious family.
Yes. Very, very good name, Mr. Witch Helm. Shakes her hand.
Yes. It is a pleasure to meet you. Honestly.
No. The pleasure is all mine.
Oh no, you.
Oh, no. Alrik and Fiore, this is like torture.
Alrik, I think, is just looking at the ceiling.
Fiore is so thankful that he grew up in a small town and doesn't care about who is and isn't nobility or rich or well known. He's like, oh my god.
So, to recap, you've had like 5 or 6 different quests show up all at once.
That's actually crazy.
So let's go over them, okay? Technically, one of them is a quest you've already received. Hey, there's a fucking dragon down here, who may be in service to Elcora and may be a big problem if you don't take care of her. Then you've heard, hey, there's a fucking fake Slumberstone who is stalking you. Not even very well. He hasn't like hurt you. He's just been kind of annoying.
He even healed us.
Well, was that him?
I assume so.
How strange. How curious. Why would he do that?
Wait, yeah, actually, I want to ask that in a second when you're done.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, are you done?
Yeah. Go. Let's go. No, more quests. You're right. There is a caligni slaying monster that is preventing the caligni from leaving the dungeon in force. Why it's doing that, no one can be sure. Apparently, there is a place here linked to Wanda, the Wandering Machine. and maybe her early days where she had a bit more of a bad temper. And that's not even getting into the fact that you still need to look for one of the shards. Oh my god, what are they called? The fulcrum lens. One of the fulcrum lenses somewhere here in the dungeon where you don't know where, but maybe out in the wilderness. And then another one is probably with those giants.
Yeah.
So there's a lot that you have to do, huh?
There's a fuck ton to do on this level.
I told you this is a big floor.
Shit.
I told you, bro, that this floor is big as shit.
You did tell me, and I didn't listen. I'm sorry.
So, as you guys fade out of that, how are you doing?
Well, I do need to know that this conversation between the two of them about Absalom and being from Absalom and knowing each other from Absalom.
He's not from
continues
Absalom.
for at least. No, okay. Then
But he's been to
him
Absalom.
knowing him from Absalom.
Yeah.
They talk about that for at least 20 minutes. Silk. Ooh. I think that he's happy that they found him, and he is very charmed, and he's very happy that Slumberstone isn't a dick like he thought about 30 minutes ago. But he's upset that somebody would take his identity and be a dick to other people. Not just because that's like a bad thing to do, and also like just a dick move, but also because like his nieces could have been down here, and of course they would have recognized that wasn't him, but he could always have just stayed invisible. And really fucked them over. And I think that Silk finds that very reprehensible. This belligerent purple motherfucker.
The question is, why would someone do that, right?
Yeah, it's weird. Really, really weird. Really pathetic and really weird.
Galudu looks to you and says, so, if you wish to use this place as a base while you continue your adventures, you may do so. But there's little else we can do for you. Our hands are very full trying to hunt down the caligni killer. Oh yes, but that won't take another month or two at most.
We'll do everything we can. Don't worry about helping us too much. Even just the information would have been enough. Thank you.
Happy to help. And I appreciate you not just trying to kill us earlier. That was pretty nice of you.
No, of course. I don't like to hurt people.
Oh! It's a gruesome thing to hurt people with a sword.
Yeah.
Dr. Slumberstone, peace activist.
I love him.
If there's anything that you need, I don't know if you need supplies, medical, anything.
Oh, we're quite all right in that regard. I'm something of an herbalist, you'll find.
Oh.
Oh, two of those in this room.
Ah! Which of you?
Points at
He
Alrik.
points at Alrik.
Alrik raises
My
his hand.
word,
Pointed at him.
My word, boy, show me your herbs!
Sure.
So urgently.
Alrik just takes out his pouch that has all of his herbs and everything, along with his elixirs of life.
He looks over your herbs and he's like, you made these potions and these elixirs?
Yes, and I can certainly make more with what we have down here, and even if we come across some sort of mushroom monster, I could use those for potions as well.
Do you know, boy, I actually do know the source of a few mushroom creatures. If you would like to go on a little side romp to procure some rare materials for your potions.
It would certainly be helpful. It would save Fiora and I a lot of resources, actually.
Then, my boy, I will help you. I will write it down on a map. I will guide you to it, and you will know what to expect before delving into it. So I guess another quest has been added. fungus monsters for potions. Good potions.
Yay.
So I think by now, Silk, you are aware from time sense that Alric's going to vanish soon.
Silk grabs onto Ulrich's hand and he's like,
Now, of course, I have a few more questions for you, but it is time for us to go. We can expect you to still be here tomorrow, yes?
Well, I don't expect
go
that we'll
ahead.
have broken through our caligni disappearing problem by then. I was told it would be a fast fix, and it will be a fast fix. 8 months to discover the source of this problem. I think we're on high. We're doing excellent. Yes, quite. You can see she's very tired.
Now, Zaccheus, I do understand that you don't want to leave until then, but just in case you ever do need something from the surface, which we are going back to right now, there is a teleportation circle that you may use.
Oh, wonderful. I will temporarily pass, but I thank you very much for keeping me in the loop. That is wonderful.
Of course, my love.
Nothing but fantastic. So what do you guys do?
it's time to fucking go home.
I think they.
Silk has turned to like fuss over Ulrich. He's like,
I want you to be above the surface before this certain time, so we have 15 or so minutes before I'm uncomfortable.
Oh, okay, then yes, we should go immediately. He's like gripping
honest.
Silk's hand.
Come, Fiore.
I'm on my way.
You can take my other hand.
Oh, of course. And then they walk out, holding hands, gaily.
yeah,
Okay. So
Silk and his boys.
you guys make your way out the front door. And as you kind of smile, make your way out together, the door swings open and oh fuck!
It's that purple bitch!
Silk pulls out his gun.
This is the worst time.
Standing outside, almost grinning, is the gnome.
That's so scary.
He is floating a foot off the floor and glowing a little bit.
Are you a ghost?
Nuh-uh! But you'll be soon, Silk Witchhelm!
Huh? Excuse me?
You will pay for what you've done!
Oh, are you?
And there is a flash of light
I knew it. Oh.
as instead of a gnome, you are looking at
A fucking will-o-wisp, yeah.
a fucking
I killed your
will-o-wisp.
brother, didn't I?
My mentor, actually. You
Oh,
will
even
never.
worse.
You will never know peace from Wisner the Infiltrator.
I'm gonna kill
Oh
you
my
too.
God.
He starts fucking shooting.
He vanishes. Go fuck yourself. He vanishes.
Damn it.
And Ritz, I turn to you, and I
Yeah.
smile with big eyes.
Did they submit another character to do this to me?
Someone else was like, "Hey, Derry.
Are you serious?
Someone
Hey, Derry.
different?
I've got a really good idea. This was the episode that you killed Vecnir, and you were like, I'm so sick of this dude, I never want to see him again. Someone's like, hey, Derry, can I submit a second Vecnir?
This was
Who
a
is
different person? That didn't
And
Who
you know-
is it?
You're not even allowed to get mad, Ritz. You're not even allowed to get mad. Because it's fucking Emmy. You know that absolute sweetheart who posts the string of emojis every morning? Drink water, eat food, take your meds, brush your teeth, all that shit?
I trusted you.
That's crazy.
The Dice Roll server's favorite angel? That's the worst part. There's nothing you
Wow.
can do about it.
I trusted you.
the turn.
And so, Fogfen Few, you return to the surface to rest for the night before plunging deeper into the many puzzles of the hunting ground. All while knowing that when you return here, you will be harassed and attacked by the world's most ineffective will-o-wisp as you do so.
Yeah. You know, there's something flattering about having a generational anime. This is how Dio feels.
And that's where we're gonna end it today, everyone. Stop recording. This episode of Dice Will Roll would not have been possible without the support of our patrons. Tiny Brass Ant, Celestial, Kate Cornelius, Key, Windy 2002, Als, Millie, Brobear, Cel Ravau, The Protease Inhibitor, Acid Dialogue, River Supports Artists, Horror Fan, Lightning Scar, Dr. Caesar MD, A Potato, Derpy Gamer, Quinlan Boss, Princess Alavi, Emily is Gay, Meow Mai, Abyssal Chimera, Night the Werewolf Teacher, A Sleepy Bear, Kyle Damon, Phoebe Jeebies, Lux Rexus, Tony Saunders, Mita, Arave, Moth, Aries, Alexander Criswell, Skyly, Blurst Hellion, Genuinely Tricked, Transgirl Trish, Baal Punyon, Matthew Wilson Krasovich, Dylan Shark, Jonathan Love, G Barbera, Luke, Simon Strange, Seth, Rain, Lichalope, Gizmo, Cass, Fable McElduff, Ava, Rem T. Bright, Lonesome Chunk, Sean C., Natasha Lumley, Reflux, Ellie, Jenna Mitchell, Kane Kendrick, Sky Evangeline, Triceratops, Anna Maria, Jordan, Emily Laderna, John the Bookwhirler, SS66 Seeker, and Dane Valley III. If you'd like to see what you can get for helping us keep it rolling, check out patreon.com/dicewillroll today.